Okay. Check this out. I this is so hacky. I'm not recommending this. I'm not suggesting anyone even do this. But I had to try it out. I thought it was cool. And so this is okay. So here I have this piece of music. See the wave player, and it's going to the output. And this is just like my channel music or whatever. It's got some drums that will kick in. Okay. So what I have here is I think I hacked together a really terrible DIY compressor. Okay, so check this out. Okay, so I'm keying off of the left channel. I'm going through an envelope follower that's got pretty fast attack and release. And the envelope follower is giving me an envelope value output, which I am converting to audio. And then this is getting fed in. So this is basically decimating my audio like amplitude measurements. So this is an unfortunate thing. It would be cool if we had an envelope follower, because then we could have really fast, really fast and release fast attack and release times. Anyway, I guess I could replace this with like an absolute value. Okay, anyway. This is going to a trigger on thresholds. We have a rising edge threshold and a falling edge threshold, and a compressor threshold value. And when the value is exceeded, this rising edge will trigger an attack on an ADSR envelope. This is actually an ASR envelope. I'm skipping the decay stage. And then when this when it drops below our threshold, the falling edge is detected, and it will trigger a release on our ASR envelope. And the ASR envelope output is like 0 to 1. So then I do some transforms, and this is where it's hacky, I think. But I'm multiplying it. Okay, check this out. I've got the compressor threshold. So I'm thinking of the compressor threshold because I'm just trying to. So 1 minus the compressor threshold is the remainder of our sort of is the space that we want to compress in like a 0 to 1 range. Okay. That's what's left over. That's the chunk that's left over, and we use that to scale our compressor ratio, clamped, and then divided by our max value, right? In this case, 20. So at 20, if our compressor ratio is... Wait, hold a second. If our compressor ratio is 1, then it'll come in, it'll go 1 divided by negative 20. So that'll be really small. Like a really small value. And then we'll scale that really small value against whatever's left over. And then that will be our... I guess... I saw... We don't have linear... Okay, so technically... I just realized an issue. As this is a linear... And I think I need it to be in decibels. But we'll continue. So then the scaled down... this is transformed... And then we multiply our envelope output by that scalar, which is now negative, so it's inverted. So where our ASR envelope used to like shoot above 0 to 1 and then drop back to 0, now what's happening is it's scaled, it's shrunk down, and then it's going upside down. So now it's going from 0 to like some negative value, and then it's going back up to 0. And then we're going to just shift that up by 1. So now it goes from 1, from here, it goes from 1 to something under 1, and then back up to 1. And if our threshold is 0 and our ratio is 20, then it will compress the whole range, right? So basically it's going to compress the whole range of however much our left is above our threshold, essentially. And then if it's 1, it's not going to compress it like barely at all. It's going to be like a little bit of compression. So it's a little bit of a cheat. But check this out. So let's set the... So let's do this. Let's put the threshold up to 1, so it's like never touching. And we'll have some... Let's have let's have our attack be 0.1 seconds, and then our release will be really long, 1 second. And this will be our ratio. Let's just go for extreme values, 20, right? Okay, so now I hit play. And I think, what did I put our threshold at? Oh, yeah, 1, so it's never going to touch, right? Okay, now let's bring the threshold way down. Let's do like that, 0.125. Look at that. So there's the 0.1 second attack. It's compressing it. It's doing it. We made a compressor. Isn't that wild? Okay. So let's do a long attack. Let's do, well, that's like, actually that's pretty long. That's like 100 milliseconds. So let's do like 0.03, which is 30 milliseconds, and then let's do a 0.3 release. And then we'll do, this is that's negative 18, I think this is negative 24. So let's do this, let's do like, let's do negative 18, which would be 6. Oh no, this is negative 18. So that was right. So let's do 0. Oh, I guess we could just try this. This is 12, I believe. And then let's make our ratio gentler, right? Let's do like a 3-to-1, and we'll play it again. That's not bad, right? So that's, I guess I could just throttle this while it's playing. But I guess 20 is my max. So there's our flutter. And there we can find like, dial in a ratio that sort of just hits the tops. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. You know, maybe someone does better math than I do, because this is kind of hacky. This right here is pretty hacky. But it's kind of neat. Anyway, don't do this. There's no reason to do this. There's like a compressor source effect. There's like compressor submix effects. There's so many better ways to do this. I just had to try it out. That's all.